Hi students, welcome to NSR IIT and NEET Academy. This is the third session for 2D coordinate geometry for junior inter students. So in this session we are going to discuss incenter, excenter, orthocenter and circumcenter. So these four topics are discussed in this session. So before watch this session, you need to watch my previous sessions. So let us start the class. So first one, incenter. Before the definition of incenter, we need to know the angular bisector. So what is the angular bisector? In a triangle ABC, this is ABC triangle. A line divides the vertex. Into two equal angles. A line divides the vertex into two equal angles is called angular bisector. So AD is a angular bisector. AD angular bisector divides this two equal triangle, means angle DAB is equal to angle DAC. So these two triangles are equal. So a line divides the vertex into two equal angles is called angular bisector. So we have three angular bisectors in every triangle. So this one BE and CF. So these three are angular bisector. So this one also divide B vertex into two equal angles. Here also C divides two equal angles. So this is angular bisectors. So the intersection point of this angular bisectors. So what is the incenter? The intersection point of angular bisectors. The intersection point of angular bisectors is called incenter. It is denoted by capital I. So I means incenter. Incenter is a intersection point of angular bisectors. Suppose this is vertex ABC and the length of this BC side is small a and this one small b. Suppose this length is small c. So AD is a angular bisector. So in a triangle, angular bisector divides the opposite side. So AD angular bisector opposite side is BC. In a triangle, angular bisector divide the opposite side in the ratio of the length of the containing sides, means remaining two sides. So D divides BC in the ratio C is to B. This one small c and small b. Listen carefully, it's a very important point. In a triangle, angular bisector divide the opposite side in the ratio of the length of containing side, means remaining two sides. So D divides BC in the ratio C is to B internally. So this is a incenter. For example, suppose A x1 y1, B x2 y2 and C x3 y3 are vertices of a triangle and small ABC are lengths of BC, AC, AB sides respectively, then in center I is equal to AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3 by A plus B plus C, comma AY1 plus BY2 plus CY3 by A plus B plus C. So this is the formula for in center. If you know the vertices and lengths of sides of a triangle, so we are using this formula, we can find out the in center. So we have a proof for this in center. How to get this proof? Okay na? So let us start the proof. Right, next how to get the in center formula. So this is a triangle ABC. So these are the lengths of ABC, and the AD angular bisector divide BC in the ratio C is to B. Right. From figure, AD angular bisector divides BC in the ratio C is to B. Right. AB by AC is equal to BD by DC. So BD by DC is equal to, so AB length is C and AC length is B. So BD by DC is equal to C by B. Let us consider this one, take it as equation number 1. Right. Next, D divides BC in the ratio C is to B internally. So D divides BC in the ratio C is to B internally. So apply here section formula, section internal division and section external division. Already we discussed in first session. So D equal to CX3 plus BX2 by C plus B, CY3 plus BY2 by C plus B. So these are the coordinates of D. So we know the coordinates of D, we know the lengths. So in this here we are find the ratio, how much ratio divides AD, I. So in center I, how much ratio divides AD, we need to find that ratio. So for that I am considering another angular bisector. Right. Consider BI is another angular bisector. So this one B, I, D, this one A. Consider this one BI is also another angular bisector. So BI, this one AD. Okay, now this one D and this one A. See here we write the ratio AB by AC, AB by AC equal to BD by DC. Same ratio apply here. BD by AB equal to DI by AI. BD by AB equal to DI by AI. We know the length of AB. According to this triangle ABC, we know the length of BD. So the triangle BAD, we don't know the length of BD. We need to find the length of BD. Let us take it as equation number 2. Right. From equation number 1, what is equation number 1? BD by DC is equal to C by B. Write it as reverse order. DC by BD is equal to B by C. If you not in reverse order, we get the value of DC. Which one is present in denominator, we get that value. Okay na? So if you not write in reverse order, we get the value of here DC value. So we no need to find the value of DC, we need to find the value of BD. Okay na? According to triangle BDA. So that's why I am adding here some quantity. So adding 1 on both sides. So DC by BD plus 1 is equal to B by C plus 1. So DC plus BD by BD equal to B plus C by C. So DC plus BD length is small a. So in this place we can write A by BD equal to B plus C by C. So here equal is there, class multiply BD of B plus C equal to AC. So BD is equal to AC by B plus C. So we get the value of BD. So the BD value substitute in equation 2, we get the ratio of I divides the angular bisector AD. Right. BD value substitute in equation 2. So in equation 2 BD by equation 2 is BD by AB. So BD value already we get BD value AC by B plus C by AB length is C. See here from figure 2 equal to DI by AI. Right. So CC get cancelled. We get A by B plus C is equal to DI by AI. So write in reverse, AI by DI equal to B plus C by A. So let us take it as equation number 3. From equation 3, I divides AD in the ratio B plus C is to A internally. So we know the ratio I divides angular bisector AD. How much ratio? B plus C is to A. So we know the ratio, we can easily find out the in center formula. Right. So this one I divides, we know the coordinates of A and D. So D is Cx3 plus Bx2 by C plus B, Cy3 plus By2 by C plus B. So these are the coordinates. So what is the ratio? B plus C is to A internally. So I divides AD in the ratio B plus C is to A internally. So here applying section formula, internal division. So B plus C into Cx3 plus Bx2 by C plus B, A into x1 by B plus C plus A, comma same B plus C into Cx3 and A into y1. So B plus C into Cy3 plus By2 by C plus B plus A into y1 by B plus C plus A. So B plus C plus B both are same. So cancel this both terms. Here also cancel both terms. So we get I is equal to, which terms are there present in numerator? So AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3, right? AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3 by, right in order, A plus B plus C. So similar here also, AY1 plus BY2 plus CY3 by A plus B plus C. So this one is in-center formula. So in this in-center we have one small definition and one property. So this one also very important. A circle touches three sides of the triangle inside. A circle touches the three sides of the triangle inside is called in-circle. In-circle present in center. So the circle touches the three sides in a triangle inside is called in-circle. The center of the in-circle also we are denoted by I. So the in-center is equal distance from sides of the triangle. In-center is equal distance from all the sides of the triangle, because I suppose this one take it as E, D, F. DI equal to EI equal to FI. These three are equal because ID distance is radius of the in-center. So in circle all the radiuses are equal. So that's why DI equal to EI equal to FI. So this is called in circle. I is in center. In this in center, so the in circle says that the distance from I to all the sides of the triangle are equal. So this is about in center. So next, X center. So what is the definition of X center? The X center is a intersection point of two external angular bisectors and one internal angular bisector is called X center. So X center is a intersection point of two external angular bisectors and one internal angular bisector. Here triangle ABC, B and C are external angular bisectors and A is internal angular bisector. So it is called X center. It is denoted by I1. So AD is a internal angular bisector, this one I in center. So AD angular bisector on AD angular bisector, I and I1 means I in center, X center are harmonic conjugate to each other with respect to internal angular bisector AD. Both I and I1 are harmonic conjugate of AD angular bisector. So harmonic conjugate already we discussed in first session. So this is very important point for IIT. So I and I1 are harmonic conjugate to each other with respect to internal angular bisector AD. Already we know I divides AD in the ratio. I divides AD in the ratio B plus C is to A internally. So then I1 divides AD in the same ratio. Same ratio means in the ratio B plus C is to A externally. So I divides internally, I1 divides externally AD. You know already coordinates of A and D, this one I1. So I1 divides externally, so A coordinate x1 y1, and already we know the D coordinates C x3 plus B x2 by C plus B, C y3 plus B y2 by C plus B. So here apply external section formula. So I1 equal to, so what is the ratio? B plus C and A, right. So B plus C into C x3 plus B x2 by C plus B minus A into x1 by B plus C minus A. Next, B plus C of C y3 plus B y2 by C plus B minus A y1 by B plus C minus A. So B plus C, C plus B cancel. So we get I1 is equal to minus AX1 plus BX2 plus CX3 by minus A plus B plus C. Here also minus AY1 BY2 CY3 by minus A plus B plus C. So this is X center of side BC. So here B and C are external angular bisector. So every triangle we have 3 X center. So this is the first X center. So similarly in first X center we have the ratio is B plus C is to A. So here we get A. So A we have minus symbol. So in I2 the ratio is A plus C is to B. See here, A plus C is to B, we get B minus. So what is the formula? AX1 minus BX2 plus CX3 by A minus B plus C. Here AY1 minus BY2 plus CY3 by A minus B plus C. So ratio is A plus C B. Similarly I3 is equal to AX1 plus BX2 minus CX3 by A plus B minus C, AY1 plus BY2 minus CY3 by A plus B minus C. Here ratio is A plus B is to C. First one is B plus C is to A. So we have 3 X centers I1, I2 and I3. So this is about X center. So next one is orthocenter. Before the definition of orthocenter, we need to learn about altitude. So what is the altitude? In a triangle ABC, we can draw a perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side. We can draw a perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side. So this is AD is called altitude. Altitude means a perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side is called altitude. So AD is perpendicular to BC. D not a midpoint of BC, it is perpendicular to BC is called altitude. So we have 3 altitudes in every triangle and BE and CF. So the intersection point of these altitudes is called orthocenter. It is denoted by O. the intersection point of altitudes is called orthocenter. It is denoted by O. In a right angle triangle, orthocenter present at right angle. Suppose this is ABC is a triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. Directly orthocenter is equal to B. So in a right angle triangle, orthocenter is at a right angle of a triangle. So orthocenter, how to find the orthocenter? We are finding any two altitudes. Here we have three altitudes, AD, BE and CF. Out of these three altitudes, we can find any two altitudes and simplify these two altitudes, we get orthocenter. So we don't have any formula for orthocenter. We have find any two altitudes and simplify the two altitudes, we get directly the value of orthocenter. So this is about orthocenter. Next one, circumcenter. So before the definition of circumcenter, we need to know about the definition of perpendicular bisector. So what is the definition of perpendicular bisector? In a triangle ABC, a line divides the side of the triangle into two equal parts is called perpendicular bisector. So perpendicular bisector divide the side of the triangle into two equal parts. So we have three perpendicular bisectors of the triangle. So this is perpendicular and this one also perpendicular to the side. So these three are perpendicular bisectors. So the intersection point of this perpendicular bisectors is called circumcenter. It is denoted by S. Suppose this is an acute triangle. In acute triangle, circumcenter lies inside the triangle. Circumcenter means it is a intersection point of perpendicular bisectors. So the intersection point of perpendicular bisectors is called circumcenter. It is denoted by capital S. So in acute triangle, circumcenter lies inside the triangle. Suppose that is a obtuse triangle. Obtuse triangle ABC. In obtuse triangle, circumcenter lies outside the triangle. Circumcenter lies outside of the triangle. In a right angle triangle, suppose the triangle ABC is right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, circumcenter is lies midpoint of the hypotenuse. So circumcenter become midpoint of the hypotenuse. S is equal to midpoint of AC. AC means here AC is hypotenuse. So in a right angle triangle, circumcenter is midpoint of the hypotenuse. In obtuse triangle, circumcenter lies outside the triangle. In acute triangle, circumcenter lies inside the triangle. So similarly we have circumcircle. Circumcircle means the circle touches the vertices of the triangle outside. The circle touches the vertices of the triangle outside is called circumcircle. So the center of the circumcircle is also denoted by capital S. So the circumcenter S having equal distance from the vertices, because the distance from S to A is equal to radius of the circumcircle. So circle radius, all radius are equal, so that's why SA is equal to SB is equal to SC. So giving any three vertices of a triangle, find the circumcenter. At the time we are using this formula. In circumcenter, the circumcircle, the circumcenter is having equal distance from the vertices of the triangle. That's why write here this formula. So this is about circumcenter. So we already learn about centroid G, circumcenter, orthocenter and incenter. So we have some important property of this four. So first one is, so first property is centroid, circumcenter, orthocenter are always collinear, and G divides circumcenter, G divides orthocenter and circumcenter in the ratio 2:1 internally. So G means centroid, circumcenter, orthocenter are always collinear points. So G divides orthocenter, circumcenter in the ratio 2:1 internally. Next, in isosceles triangle, centroid, circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter lies on a same line. Where in isosceles triangle? In equilateral triangle, circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter coincide with centroid. In equilateral triangle, circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter coincide with centroid. Means in equilateral triangle, all are at present at one point, that is centroid. Suppose giving any triangle ABC and asking find the circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter and centroid any. First, this right angle triangle of vertices form which type of triangle? Equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, right angle triangle. First we find, suppose AB is equal to BC is equal to CA, all distances are equal, then the triangle form a equilateral triangle. So in this equilateral triangle we are find the circumcenter. So directly find a centroid. Why? Because centroid is equal to circumcenter, centroid is equal to orthocenter, centroid is equal to incenter. When the triangle, given triangle is equilateral triangle, so circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter, centroid all are equal, are all coincide at one point. So this is about circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter and centroid, excenter and their properties. So today's session is completed. If you have any doubts, call my number, I will clarify your doubt. Take care, bye bye.